is up, you heathens and demons, you beautifully blasphemous people? Welcome back to the Raging Atheist. I'm your boy Nakasuchi, and we're going to do another Matt Powell video, another part of my interview with him. Now this is going to be a part where Matt Powell is probably going to think he's going to come out the winner. But this is going to be a part of the video to where I just school you on how to stand in opposition of an ideology when they throw shit at you that you really just don't know about. Now the night before this interview with Matt Powell, I looked at his channel and I saw one of his new arguments that we're going to get into in this video. And it was as I was first starting to drink, and then I got my really, nervous energy going, and I went out and I partied and I got wasted. So I didn't really have time to prepare for this question. I knew he was going to try to bring it up because this is one of his new talking points. He thinks that this is a gotcha thing of his argument, and it's really not, because even though I don't know much about this, it's very easy for me to argue my way out of it. Let's check it out.
That's the hope I hold on to. Atheism, it's unscientific, it doesn't have any hope, and it violates just about every... And when you talk about the historians, it depends on the sources you're using. Because people will say, oh, these sources count, these don't. It depends on which sources. It's just like the fossilized seashells up on the top of Mount Everest.
Yeah, we were going to get to that. I watched that video last night.
Yeah. People say, oh, that was pushed up through billions of years of plate tectonics. Well, number one...
I don't think I could subscribe to that. I think it's more likely that maybe an animal or a human even took them up there.
Okay, but
I think there's a plethora. Well, there's a plethora of possibilities about how anything would get up there.
Well, let's talk about that. In order for something to fossilize, it has to be buried rapidly, and otherwise it'll just decay, right? If one of us died out here and nobody picked us up, we'd decay in a couple days.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. In order for something to fossilize, it has to be buried quickly, and it has to be basically crushed. These fossilized creatures, you mean to tell me they didn't have scuba diving gear back in that time when these things were discovered? You mean to tell me that somebody dove down to the bottom of the sea, grabbed a fossilized seashell, went all the way up to the top of Mount Everest with it, and said, hey, I'm just going to plop this here? I don't think that's logical. I don't think it's scientific. No,
I would agree that that's probably not what happened. I would say more likely that, seashells are popular, especially for primitive peoples use seashells and as symbols.
Okay, but we're not talking about the ones that are on the beach. When you go out on the beach, sometimes you see, little sea shells that are on the beach. We're talking about one that are deep marine fossils. And, there's no way that something could fossilize in the ocean. So how did it get to the top of Mount Everest, and how did they get fossilized within the rocks of Mount Everest? People say, oh, plate tectonics. Well, and that's what the scientific community says, but on the peak of Mount Everest, they're there. Now, I don't believe through billions of years of plate tectonics that those could have pushed themselves up through. I think that's a dumb theory. Yeah, I mean, if you had billions of years, maybe that would happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't think that it's proof of a flood, but I think it's a good argument. I think that when you find stuff like that, that's what you need to look for to prove the story. So I always say that I'm open to proof and I'm open to evidence, and to where I can't really say, well, that's proof that the flood happened. I can say that it's a good argument, and let's see where the argument goes. Let's see what else is found. And that's how you do it, Matt Powell. That's how you do it. You tried to back me into a corner there. You thought you had me. You thought you had me. And I came out of it relatively unscathed. Because I'm a man. I have lived a life. And I have faced these kinds of arguments before. I'm not going to panic, even though I'm hungover, even though I'm distracted because I'm sweating. I know what I'm doing, yo. And you came across somebody you just really didn't want to have that conversation with. But I'm still hoping you'll let me come up there. I'm still hoping you'll let me talk to your parishioners, debate with your people. But I'm not sure you're going to want to once they see all of it, instead of just your take on what happened. And I still got more for you guys. I'm not going to do them right now. I'm done with this recording session. This should be enough for the week. But I got more for you guys. And that'll be coming out. And I'll see you soon.